What is up, everyone? My name is Mr. J, and today I am bringing you another Digi match. This time it's Black Royal Knights versus WarGreymon Black Tribal. So I'm gonna start things off, play the Black Memory Boost. I'm pretty much telling my opponent I don't have a rookie. So I pick up the Toy Agumon, that's the draw one Agumon. I really like that Agumon because if your opponent doesn't attack, you get to draw the card, which is very much needed. The draw power is very much needed in black. So he's gonna go ahead and go into his Hagurumon, and he's gonna hard play the WarGreymon to put me at 2. And again, that means he's just missing his champion. So I'm gonna go into the Toy Agumon, go into Dark Tyrannomon for 1. And then I am actually, looks like I'm thinking about the Volcanomon. I'm actually going to cash in the memory boost to go to 3, go into Volcanomon, putting me back at 0, and then I'm going to play the Izzy to reveal top 3. And then, so what I was looking here for was my Mega. If you can see my hand right now, I don't have a Mega. I have 2 Omnimons, but no Mega. And unfortunately, the Izzy did not help me out. So he's at 3. If he has an ultimate here, if he has a Mega here, he could pretty much go into it right now. And he does go into a WarGreymon for 3 cost. Swing at security. Hits us on a Rizamon. This is the one, the reboot and the blocker ability. So really good. Go into Mac. So he's gonna go into Black Galgamon. I'll go to 3. I'll promote my Volcanomon. So I'm gonna just hard play the Toy Agumon, and then go into Dark Tyrannomon. So a little bit more board presence, but I am playing around the ultimate flare there a little bit. So he finds his Toy Agumon. Also, this is against Eric. I really like this duel, even though it took 1 whole hour. He's gonna swing with the WarGreymon, and that means he hits a Craniumon in security, so the WarGreymon's gone. But yeah, as I was saying, this was a whole hour, but honestly, I enjoyed the full hour because obviously it's black versus black. We have a lot of blockers, but you'll see how crazy it gets in this match. He's going to go into Dark Tyrannomon to put him at 0. And then he's going to go into his Metal Greymon for 3 cost. This Metal Greymon does have jamming. And of course, he has reboot natively. So very dangerous card because there's no real way to get rid of him besides hitting him with removal option cards. So I go into Son of Rizamon in the breeding area. I'm going to take Mon for 1. The cheap evils really let me cycle through the deck efficiently, even though he didn't give me too much memory. I'm going to put him at 1, go into Mega Germon in the raising area. He promotes his Dark Tyranno, swing at security. And that was a Mega Germon security. And I believe I only have 2 security left, so it's getting pretty low. I see he has a Blitz Greymon in hand, but really no point in using it, right? Not yet. So he's gonna hard play a Greymon to put me at 3. His Metal Greymon reboots. I'm gonna draw a card. That Toy Agumon. Oh, I apologize for the glare, guys. I do fix it in a bit. Just remember that is a Volcanomon on the right side of my screen. I promote the Mega Dramon. And here I'm just thinking, again, I have no Mega, but I need to get rid of the Metal Greymon because it's just doing too much damage. So I'm going to Ultimate Flare, putting him at 5, giving him a shit ton of memory. If he has another Metal Greymon in hand, perfect, great, he could Digivolve on top of it. But if he wants to go into his Mega, he will have to pass his turn. So he hatches, goes into the draw 1 Toy Agumon. I do see he has a WarGreymon in his hand, so he does have another one. Goes into Greymon in the breeding area for 2 cost. And here he's going to swing at security, and I'm going to immediately block that. But he's doing that because I have 2 of the draw toy Agumons, and he does not want to give me the 2 draws to unbrick my hand. So, yeah, big brain plays. And then he's going to ultimate flare one of my guys. I believe it's the Volcanomon. Yeah, there you go. Definitely get rid of the security attack +1, dude. So I'm going to draw for turn. So a tactical strike there. Again, he doesn't want me to draw cards. So just in case I choke him next turn, he won't have to swing with his Greymon in the breeding area. So go into another toy Agumon, that's a draw 1. Go into Tankmon to draw a card. And then I'm gonna play the Black Memory Boost to put me at 1. And I finally reveal a Mega. I'm like, holy dude. Like, that's the problem with the Black Royal Knights, is like there's no searchers, and that really hurts the consistency of this deck. Or I mean, it really hurts the consistency of this deck, or the possible consistency. So I go into Greymon to pass turn, putting him at 3. He's gonna promote his Greymon. He can ultimate flare this guy right now, but he won't be able to do damage this turn. So he's gonna play a toy Agumon, and then he's gonna go into Mac Agumon. Into Black Agumon to pass turn. So I draw for turn. Not the perfect stack. I do draw an extra card because of the toy Agumon he didn't draw. But yeah, not the perfect stack because it's a Mega Dramon. It should be a Volcanomon, so he can get 2 checks. He's gonna draw 1 off of his toy Agumon, because I didn't end up attacking the turn prior, and I was like, just go ahead, dude. But I could swing. I'm just gonna go ahead and play it safe because I don't want the Craniumon to die or hit an ultimate flare in security. So I'm just gonna de-digivolve everything, and then everything else gets deleted. So clear his board. Again, playing it as safe as possible here. If he wants to pay for the ultimate flare, he can and give me 8 memory. Or I mean pay 8 memory. So goes into Chumon in the breeding area. The toy Agumon, again guys, I took out the Chikurimons for him, and I do not regret it. I hate playing security Digimon just for their security effects. That toy Agumon is so needed because it lets me to draw another card at the end of the turn. Like here, I'm going to draw 2 cards to start off my turn because he did not attack. And that really helps to fix the Black Royal Knight's hand. So I'm going to go ahead, swing in security, return the Craniumon to my hand just because I want the other Mega to be in my hand. And then I'm going to play the toy Agumon for 3. And then play Dark Tyranno for 1. So I'm going to pass him over 3, but he does have Marcus anyways. So go into Volcanomon to put him at 3. He promotes his Chumon. He's gonna play Hagurumon. And I see he has a Metal Greymon in hand, but I don't think he has any champions, or else he would have Digivolved on what's already on the field. So he just passes turn. Not a good sign for him. I'm gonna unsuspend the Omnimon and just go ahead and swing again with it. Hits a Metal Greymon in security, and then I'm gonna go into Alphamon for 3 cost. And this Alphamon is at 12k because of the Kaporimon. I'm gonna pay. Oh no, he has a Volcanomon, so he's only at 11. I'm gonna pay 2 memory. He's gonna block with the toy Agumon, and I'm gonna gain 2 memory. But this is a misplay because he has the Chumon on the field, so I should not have gained the memory. I should have passed turn. So I'm gonna go ahead and Omnimon Alteress. I honestly don't think it would have mattered the outcome of the game just because of the tempo. Since he only had 2 rookies on the field, I would have just I would have Omnimoned next game. So it didn't really matter to me in the end. But yeah, he's gonna scoop it up 2 Omnimon Ultras, I think he's really good, especially like in this meta where people try to play wide with their they just try to like hard play a lot of rookies, or even Jesmon, for example. It's amazing against Sistermons. So he's gonna go first. Again, he chose to go first. He's gonna go into Toy Agumon to start it off, and he's gonna go into Black Galgamon to put me at 2. His deck is really interesting. Again, if you don't have removal, it's really hard to deal with the chip damage that the Metal Greymon does every single turn. So I'm gonna go into Dark Tyranno for 1. And then I'm going to see if I do have... No, I don't have an ultimate. So go ahead, play the Black Memory Boost. And I believe I did reveal 2 off there. No, it's actually just a Mega Dramon, right? No, I do have a Volcanomon in hand. I wonder why. Either way, I still left them at 2. So I'm going to grab the Toy Agumon, the reboot one. Send the rest at the bottom of the deck. And then he's going to play the Metal Greymon to leave me at 1. I'm going to promote the Dark Tyranno. And here I think I'm going to cash in the Memory Boost to go to 3. I actually remember this in person. So I'm going to go into my Craniumon here because I don't want him doing the chip damage. Go for 3 cost, the Volcanomon. I also really want the draw, so I'm promoting. And then I'm going to go into Craniumon. So again, Toy Agumon, if he doesn't attack, I'll draw a card. And the next turn, this Craniumon will be able to swing for 2 checks. But he's going to go ahead and just Ultimate Flare me. The biggest punish for sure. Because, you know, Craniumon is very vulnerable to Black decks in particular because they run the Ultimate Flare. So mega punish there. So I'm back to the breeding area. Go into the Toy Agumon reboot. Go into the Dark Tyrannomon for 1. Go into the Mega Dramon for 3. And I'm thinking about, I'm just going to Ultimate Flare his dude. I think in hindsight, now that I think about that Ultimate Flare, it is justified in my mind because he has no Digimon on the field. So he has to start all over from the breeding area again as well. But I think maybe I should have just waited if he played an extra rookie, or if he Digivolved into his ultimate, into his Mega. But he's gonna hard play. See, there you go. He plays the Warumanzemon for 5, and then goes into his Metal Greymon. He goes into his WarGreymon for 3 cost, and then plays Chumon. So see, he would have played the Chumon last turn, and the Ultimate Flare would have gotten more value. So I'm thinking I am going to promote since he gave me 3 memory. This stack has the reboot Toy Agumon. So I'm going to go ahead and go into Alphamon, draw a card, and he does have blocker. He's only at 11k, unfortunately. And I noticed this time, I do notice he has the Chumon, so I cannot gain memory. I'm going to do, from my perspective, the most optimal play and just go into Omnimon Alter S. And that's just because I want the Alphamon back in my hand. It does kill off his Chumon, which is a little annoying. So he goes into Blitz, and that kind of ruins my plans because I wanted the Alphamon back in my hand, putting himself at 2. Digivolve by 2. That Blitz Greymon did catch me by surprise because I haven't seen it in a long while. So he's going to go ahead and swing at security with 12k. Hits an Izzy. And I already know I have the 2 Omnimons in my hand, so these are all black. So I will gain a memory. And if I remember correctly, I just want to make sure I put the Ultimate Flare at the top. Yes. And yeah. So the Izzy again guarantees me 3 next turn. And then he goes into Black Galgamon. I go to 3. Hatch. Go into the Toy Agumon, the draw. 1. Then I'm going to go into my Alphamon. Alphamon's really good. Here, he's going to be swinging natively for 12, so I only have to pay 1 memory. I'm going to beat over the Blitz, gain 2 memory. Go into Dark Tyranno for 1. And then go into Volcanomon for 3. I do not play Gankumon at the time of this recording. Just because, you know, if I play Craniumon and Gankumon, no matter what, whenever I Digivolve into my Mega, most likely, like in 90% cases, I'm always going to be passing turn, right? So that's the reason I don't run both Craniumon and Gankumon. But you'll see in later matches why this is kind of a mistake. So stay tuned. I'm going to keep uploading Black Royal Knight videos so you guys can see just basically the analysis of how I'm running the deck. But I'm going to go into my second Alphamon here. This Alphamon does have security attack +1 because of the Volcanomon. I'm going to pay 1 memory to have him be at 12, which was a mistake. I should have paid 2. So hits double Greymon and security. I gain the memory back. So I'm back at 1. I'm going to swing with this Alphamon, and I only pay 1 memory, if I remember correctly, because my friend was in the background, George, and he was like, no, dude, like, you should get the full value off the Alphamon. And of course, I get punished for that, for listening to that. And I remember I told him after this match, I was like, dude, I'm never listening to you again. Like why would you want your Mega to die in security? Guys, you always want to play it safe, and that's the thing with this channel. I'm going to Ultimate Flare his Mega. But again, the damage is done here. I had 2 Megas on the board, now I only have 1 because I risked it. But what I was going to say is, like, guys, you always want to play optimally, right? If you can avoid having your Mega die, like I could have just paid an extra memory and I would have had another Alphamon right now in the field. But I was greedy there, and I was like, I want the extra memory. For what? Right now I'm missing a Mega. So always play as optimally as you can. So he's going to go ahead Ultimate Flare me. And there you go. See, so I had 2 Alphamons, now I have 0. I'm going to hatch the Kaporimon. And yeah, the tempo, major tempo swing, right? Like now he has 1 in the breeding area, 1 in the field that has jamming. Potentially go into a Mega next turn. And then the Metal Greymon will give him a security attack +1. Go into his Waromanzemon. I will notice though, I think with Eric, he has had that perfect stack of the Metal Greymon, right? But I think the whole point is for him to check 2 with the WarGreymon, the Mega, and he has not had that yet happen in this game. So I go into Gatsumon, play it on the field, and then go into Sealsgermon. And I believe that's my only copy of Sealsgermon in this deck. He's going to promote his Toy Agumon. He's going to swing at security, jamming. Hits a Toy Agumon. And he's actually going to play Genocide Attack, or in English it's called Dark Side Attack. He's going to get rid of my Sealsgermon, and that would caught me by surprise. I did not know he was playing that card. So yeah. So there goes one of my Digimon again. And this is too hard to pass up. I'm going to go ahead and Ultimate Flare his board. Obviously, I don't have another Mega, or else I would have gone into it before doing the Ultimate Flare. And then I realized that the Greymon does not die because it's a 4 cost. Which really sucks, so he does have a Digimon in the field. And he's making a comeback here, so he's going to go into his Metal Greymon. I was making fun of it. I was like, dude, like, we have to do a deck check after this because you have had, like, Metal Greymon all these games, dude. But he does run 4 copies of it, and again, it's a WarGreymon tribal deck. So swings to security, and then he's going to go into the Black WarGreymon, the 4 cost one that has reboot and security attack +1. Basically his boss monster. So I'm going to play the black memory boost. Put myself at 0. I reveal Craniumon again. That's what I was missing. A Mega. Put the other ones to the bottom of the deck. And then just play Gatsumon. That black WarGreymon has jamming, so there's no way he's going to die. And I don't play the Iron Fisted Onslaught in this build right now. So he's going to swing basically for free. And No, so I'm gonna block that. If he wants to swing with Toy Agumon or Digivolve and then swing, then he can. But I'm not gonna give him that free check. And then another thing that surprised me is he's gonna Digivolve for 6 into his Chaosmon. He's going to attack my unsuspended Volcanomon. And he's gonna Pierce. So that's ridiculous. So obviously you can tell here that I'm in a tough situation, a very tough situation. He has game on board basically for next turn. The only thing that would save me is an Ultimate Flare here. But this game has gone on for quite a while. And I only run 3 in my deck, so that's not going to save me. So I cash in my memory boost. I'm thinking about what to do. I'm going to go into Tankmon for 1. I think in hindsight I should have just scooped it up here, right? It depends on how he swings, but most likely all he has to do really is swing with the Toy Agumon next turn. That way he dodges the Ultimate Flare. So I don't know what I was thinking. I kept going, but I'm going to go ahead and go into my Craniumon to give him 3. But yeah, this game is pretty much over. He just has to attack. He has to sequence it correctly. Yeah, and he does. So Toy Agumon first. And then I'm going to block it. And then I think in hindsight there, I should have just blocked the Toy Agumon. But again, it doesn't matter. Like now he has 3 Digimon on the field. And then 1 in the breeding area. So yeah. Yeah, I don't know why I kept playing this game. Obviously there's no Dark Hole like that in Digimon, just without cost, right? So now he has 5 Digimon on the field. That's crazy. And I'm going to play Mechanori and just scoop it up. Yeah. So now it's 1-1. So now I see what his deck is capable of. I see that he's running pretty high DP megas and from what it looks like, a lot of removal. So he's going to start off first. I make him go first. He goes in Toy Agumon and then Dark Tyranno to leave me at 1. To me here, the 1 doesn't matter because most of my champions are a 1 cost to Digivolve. So I'm going to go to Sundarizamon for 1. I mean for free. The Tankmon will be for 1. From what I see, yes. Tankmon for 1. And I'm thinking, but I'm going to go to a Megadramon to put him at 3. So he's going to play Marcus and just choke me at 1. So he's going to keep his blocker on board. And here I'm going to keep my Digimon in Raising and then just go into Alphamon. Since I saw Ultimate Flare, you know, the last 2 games, I'm not going to risk the Alphamon again like I did the Craniumon in the last game. I'm just going to go ahead, try to get maximum value off this. If he wants to block with his Digimon, he can. But I don't have to worry about that because he straight away went into his Metal Greymon. So he's going to swing. This one does not have jamming. He's going to gain a memory from Marcus. And he barely survives because he has the Kaporimon. And it gives him plus 1,000. So yeah. And he just plays a Toy Agumon on the field to pass turn. His Metal Greymon will unsuspend itself because of reboot. I'm going to bring out the Alphamon, pay 1 memory. So I'm swinging for 13k and 2 checks because that does proc this on a Rizamon. I hit a Dark Side attack in the security, which just fizzles. And then a Black WarGreymon, which is 12k. I was so happy to see that because I was like, dude, that's like redemption for last game. Again, you always want to play it as safe as possible. Do not be greedy and try to get that 1 extra memory. The 1 extra memory is not worth losing your Mega. Like, no way. So if he wants the ultimate flare me right here and give me 8 memory, he can, but he has to pay for it. But from what I see, or from what we see on screen, I don't think he has it just yet. So he goes into Black Galgamon. Goes into Metal Greymon. Put himself at 0. And this one does have jamming. So he's going to go ahead and swing at security. Again, doesn't matter. All that really matters if it's an ultimate flare. He's going to gain one from Marcus. And here he's going to hard play the WarGreymon. He does not want to run into an ultimate flare again and then play a rookie. So I hatch Kapurimon. Go into Toy Agumon. I'm going to unsuspend my Alphamon. And again, I think I'm going to go for the same play here. Again, 2 checks, pay 2 memory, or pay 1 memory because he's already at 12. So he's at 13, 2 checks. And there's a Black Mag Galgamon in security. I'm going to gain 2 memory. Go into Dark Tyranno for 1. And here, you might think this is silly, but I'm going to go into Omnimon Alteras to put him at 2. He's going to go to 3 because of Marcus. But I wanted to get rid of the Metal Greymon because since it does have the Kapurimon under, he could technically go into his WarGreymon and then swing over my Alphamon. And there's just no point in risking the Alphamon like that. So I go for the safest play and Digivolve into Omnimon Alteras. So next turn, if he doesn't get rid of this Omnimon, I will get the Alphamon back to my hand. So he goes into Metal Greymon to put me at 1. So no blitz this time, which means that Alphamon will go back to my hand. And from here, I was trying to play around the dark side attack, but I realized he only gave me 1. So Omnimon, swing unblockable, return the Alphamon, and then swing with Dark Tyrannomon for game. That was a quick game 3. So Black Royal Knights takes the match. There he's showing me he had another Metal Greymon in hand and then 2 Chaosmons that were kind of dead. But yeah, that was a game. Again, really fun. Black Royal Knights versus Black WarGreymon Tribal. So I'm doing this series where I'm going to play with one deck for a few matches and then do a deck profile / deck analysis. So please like and subscribe if you want to see more and if you want to stay tuned for that. But thank you all for watching. My name is Mr. J, and I will see you all next time.